Hello and welcome to the Recovery Oracle. My name is Veda and I am pleased to have you here with me in this space. I'm kind of cheesing right now. I am feeling just this beautiful calm and presence and feeling in this here and now moment, and it's just a beautiful feeling. I did a chakra cleanse earlier, so that's something that can be done regularly, and you can do it on your own just by focusing on the root, the sacral, the solar plexus, the heart, the throat, the third eye, and the crown, and then the ka above that, right? That one's like a foot over you, and that's like your connection to the divine, to the Akashic records, to like unlimited universal knowledge, right? So anyways, lining those up, I imagine them each as a flower opening. So like my root chakra at the base of my spine is a red rose. My sacral chakra that is in the bowl of your like pelvis and your like your creativity, that one is because it's orange, it's to me it's like an orange tiger lily. So imagine these flowers opening. My solar plexus chakra is a big beautiful yellow sunflower. My heart chakra is a light green, like 1,000-petaled rose. My throat chakra is little blue forget-me-nots, right? And for some reason I imagine like millions of little tiny blue flowers opening, and then they just like turn into butterflies and fly off and disperse. So that's like sharing my voice with the world, I guess, in a sense, my ideas and expression. My third eye chakra I see as an African violet, a little purple African violet blooming. My crown chakra, they refer to it as the 1,000-petaled lotus, so that one I see as like a beautiful big white lotus opening up. And then the ka chakra, actually I don't have a flower for it. It's more so the ka chakra is or it's like your star chakra is is about a foot over your head, and that is your connection to the divine. That is your connection to like universal knowledge, the Akashic records, and if you tap into your chakras, you should be able to feel that like energetic orb, like when you move your head back and forth. I don't know, that there's something outside of your body. It's the chakra that's outside of you, and there's actually another one that's like 12 to 24 feet above our head, so that one's like through my roof and up in the sky. Anyways, it's a really nice thing to imagine them as flowers opening up, right? At first they're like a ball spinning and gaining momentum, and then they bloom and they open up into these beautiful flowers. And that's just a way that I open up my chakras. So you're here for a reading, I assume. I hope everybody is doing well. We are, I'm filming this on August 23rd, so we just had our new moon in Virgo, so maybe some of you are implementing some new routines, some new structures, some list making, some new health and wellness regimens into your life. I would love to hear about that in the comments, how this might relate to you. I'm going to start with the star code, or I always mess up the name of this deck. What is it called? Star Code Astro Oracle, to get to some kind of themes. So these cards have houses, planets, zodiacs, and we're just going to get kind of a little bit of an overall theme for the reading and what our guides, your guides, and angels would like you to know this evening. My guides talk to your guides. They kind of hang out up there and get together and bring through me what you need to know. So I'm really grateful that you're here. If you are in recovery, if you are thinking about recovery, if you have a loved one in recovery, know that you're in the right place. You're in a safe space, and there's something here for you. So I'm glad to have you. All right, angels and guides. Oh, I just got goosebumpies all over, which is strange because it's like 90 degrees in here. Oh, okay. All right, angels, guides. Thank you for being here with us. What do you need the collective to know? What would you like them to know for their greatest and highest good this evening? Thank you. Themes of the reading. Oh, we've got that card flying out. South Node passed. I'm going to go ahead. Oh, structure. I'm taking these three. So we're going to go with that. All right. So we have South Node with the past coming through, number 33. And this is basically wherever your South Node is, it are themes and lessons from previous lives that you are meant to overcome, that you're meant to get beyond in this life. So check out where your South Node is. I am a Virgo. My South Node is also in Virgo, so I meant to get away from like the shadow aspects of that sign. And then we have Saturn with structure, which is very appropriate for our Virgo new moon, creating structure in our life. And we have Chiron with healing. So Chiron is the wounded warrior, and I always think of everybody that is in recovery has some Chiron themes to their energy, right? This is the wounded warrior, like the phoenix rising. This is also the warrior, or the wounded warrior that heals and then becomes a healer. And then noticing right away the snakes on this. So with that snake, this is like rebirth energy, healing your past wounds and stepping into a new version of yourself. So getting away from this South Node past, stepping into healing and stepping into more of a kind of a structured lifestyle. So that's what I'm getting there. I have the numbers 24, 28, and 33. Also look into your birth chart and see where Saturn is in your birth chart, where your North Node is, if you have Chiron placements as well. And let me know in the comments, please. I would love to know that. Okay, we're going to take those. So we're healing past wounds and creating structure in our life. I'm thinking that's the theme for this reading. And let's see what's on the bottom of the deck, just for funsies. Yeah, solar flares activate. So some of you may be feeling a burst of energy at this time. This is like activation of gifts, activation of talents, kind of activating that, sparking that fire within you to do something different or make positive changes in your life, not doing the same thing, getting away from that South Node energy, right? Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna just put the cards back here. Where do I put these cards? Anywhere, just set them down. Okay, let's go ahead and do the Shaman's Dream Oracle for some more themes and understanding behind this. Healing past wounds, creating structure, and this spark of energy. What else? Angels and guides, what else do you want us to know this evening with the Shaman's Dream Oracle, please, for the greatest and highest good of this collective? What do they need to know around structures, healing, past wounds, South Node? Thank you. No. I really would like you to throw them, please. Not on the ground, but just throw them out. There we go. The farther gate, a bold step forward. Number 55. So that's also a 10. That's like an ending. Dream thief, refusal of the call. So maybe some of you are having some anxiety around stepping into deep, quiet meditation and stillness. Alrighty, let's kind of break these down. Let's see. And then we have Me Talks, repairing the body, mind, and spirit on the bottom of the deck. So that's that's healing, right? And that's very, very Virgo energy, right? Me Talks, repairing the body, mind, and spirit on the bottom of the deck. Number 39, or 12, or 3. And then, so the farther gate, a bold step forward. It looks like this, to me, is not just stepping out of your comfort zone, looking at the long term, right? We're making decisions now instead of, I think in addiction, one thing about addicts is that we don't, there is something, I learned about this in treatment long ago, that there's something in our brain that doesn't look at consequences. And so really like thinking about the long-term goals, how your choices now will affect you in the future, and just like basically doing the next right thing in everything you do, because an understanding that micro leads to macro, right? The little things that you do every day are propelling you towards a bigger, more beautiful destiny in the long run. And I can attest to that, being in the health and wellness field, training, right? Personal training. It's not there's no instant gratification. Anything worth time takes a long time to build. And the muscles in our body, rewiring our brain to do, to think in a different way, to get out of that addict mindset, to make better decisions, to overcome addiction, to really step away from anxiety, depression, any co-occurring mental health issues that might be coming with that, is really, it's not instant. It does take a long time, and what it takes is it takes time and it takes consistency, and the same with like rebuilding relationships, right? I know, a lot of us have burned bridges, or been hurt and harmed by others, and so the only thing that we can do to prove to our loved ones that we've changed is like long-term consistent accountability, right? Showing up every day, in whatever we're doing, staying consistent, staying, it's a no matter what thing, just making the next right choice. Every little micro thing throughout your life, make the next right choice. Don't, not trying to take a shortcut, right? It's a bold step forward, the farther gate. And then we have the Dream Thief here. So this card is freaky, and I really like it for somebody. For some reason, people are freaked out by it. But it's like this, it's like this monkey. It reminds me very much of Wizard of Oz. That could mean something to somebody. Please let me know if it does. But this is like refusal of the call. So maybe your guides, maybe, your intuition, your higher self is trying to relay something through to you about your divine purpose, a direction to go in your life that will lead to prosperity and abundance, that will lead to fulfillment, that will lead to happiness. And you might be ignoring some of those signals right now. So really pay attention to trusting your intuition. And that is something in recovery that we have to rebuild too, right? Is our trust with ourselves. Because how many times have we, let our own selves down and broken our own promises to ourselves and broken those boundaries with ourselves? So really cultivating that self-trust, and proving to ourselves that we're showing up for ourselves, and that we are our biggest advocate, that we are our our divine masculine, our protector, our provider, that we are our own divine feminine mother, nurturer. So just cultivating that trust within ourselves. So, and yeah, Pink, I don't know why that came from. Somebody needed to hear that. Just pay attention to your intuition right now. Moving towards the direction, right? Moving away from this south node. Your north node should point you towards what excites and ignites you, and what you should, the attributes that you should be moving towards in this life to find ultimate fulfillment and happiness. Hi, lover. Got my my moose, my mastiff, laying down here. I have a 200-pound mastiff. I wish I could show him to you guys, but I would have to move all the equipment set up. If he stands up, we'll get him on camera one of these days. Hi, Bubba Love. He likes to lick my feet, and I have to tuck him under the desk. He's a foot man. Put in the comments if you like feet. No, just kidding. I'm so kidding. I mean, you can if you want. Some things are TMI. The next card we have here is number 11. So deep quiet, meditation, and stillness. This is very, very, very vital. This is very important, especially in the world we are in that is full of distractions, that is full of noise, that is constantly pulling for, biting for our attention in one direction or the other. Really cultivating a good meditation and stillness practice. This is also Virgo energy with that self-care. Give yourself that time in silence. Last night I took a bath and I laid under the water. I took a magnesium salt flake bath for my muscles. It felt really good. And that's that self-care, that Virgo coming in, and I'm a Virgo, so I'm really tapping into that self-care right now. And I'm wearing green, and I never wear green. This is very earth energy. So where was I? Oh, salt bath. Oh yeah, so I went completely underwater, and I just laid with my head, my ears under the water, and all I could hear was the sound of some of the water draining out of that little hole when it gets over full, because my whole body was under, but also I could hear my heartbeat. And it was so quiet that I could just hear my heart beating, and I could hear my breath. And it was beautiful to have that kind of quiet and calm. And it was late at night, and I lit some candles and put them around the bathtub, turned the lights off, and just went into that zone, and it's beautiful. So give yourself that kind of time if you are not. Definitely worth instilling some of those things. So again, I have numbers 11, 13 could be a lucky number for somebody, and 55 or 10, 13 or 4, 11 or 2. Okay. Moving on, let's pull some tarot and figure out where we're at. So with structure, healing, the past, moving forward, right? It looks like this healing the past is opening up opportunities for somebody. But we'll get more into it with the tarot. And I'm just going to, I'm not going to do a Celtic cross spread. I just kind of want angels and guides to throw out the cards, and we can get clarifiers as need be. So angels and guides, what do you want the collective to know, please? Right there, that one. We've got the 3 of Cups. The Ace of Wands. That one wants to come out too. 5 of Swords. So shifting your mindset. Sticky cards. Okay. Four of Wands. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy. Okay. What else? Ace of Pentacles. Four of Swords. There's that rest and self-care. It's also a stability in thoughts and stability in your mindset, ideas. 10 of Swords, but it's the there's 2 10 of Swords in this deck. So this isn't the brutal 10 of Swords of somebody betrayal. This is a higher understanding and wisdom. I love that they did the numerology and not just the Rider-Waite style where 10 of, because at the 10 it's the highest you can go, right? It's the end of something, and the swords are thoughts and ideas. So often the 10 of Swords can be a higher understanding, the end of an old thought process, and into a new higher state of wisdom. And so the Rider-Waite one, where it's just somebody with knives in their back, somebody brutally hurt them, and we've got the High Priestess. So it's not is not always the way. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Lovers. So this could be love coming in. This could also be so love coming in, divine balance within yourself. And wow, and Temperance. So that card wanted to throw off. I had to catch it the first time, and it flew itself off. So we have Temperance underneath it, and that's necessary for somebody as well. So that happened definitely for a reason. There's a balance between a divine feminine, masculine within somebody that is creating a balance within your spirit, within your mind, within your physical space. Temperance is kind of divine timing. Temperance is just like, you know, like it's just right. It's tempered to just the right temperature. If you think of temperature, if you think of like baking a cake, you've got all the ingredients. You don't want to take the cake out too soon, or it won't be cooked all the way. You don't want to take it out too late. It's just right tempering. So alrighty, let's see here. So 3 of Cups. Let's lay it out here. Temperance wanted to be there really badly. Okay, so I love the High Priestess showing up here. This is somebody that is listening to their intuition, or being told to, listening to your internal your internal compass, having that self-trust, trusting yourself and your discernment, having discernment. The Lovers. I'm going to go ahead. All right. And we had Death. So I lifted up the deck, and Death came off at the bottom too. So I'm taking that card too. All right, we've got Temperance, 9 of Pentacles underneath that, and Death. Okay, let's break this down. 3 of Cups. 3 of Cups. So a coming together of community, of love, of like similar hearts, similar minds. You've got possibly a celebration coming out, and that is that came out with the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. So with the 3 of Cups also, you're at a the 3, it's like a the physical manifestation of your emotional state, or love. So it is relationships. So you could have some new loving relationships coming in. We've also got 2 aces. So sorry, here, I'm going to show you this first. Okay, so 3 of Cups. So possible new loving relationships coming in. I love this 3 of Cups because they make you feel like they're part of the party. And there's a younger woman and an older woman representing both wisdom and like a playful, like zest, like newness of life. So this could be like new relationships with like soul tribe type people, with people that your soul is connected to in a way. And then we have 2 aces out here. So the Ace of Wands, so you've got like a new spark of energy, growth, spirit. I love this Ace of Wands also because it's got the Phoenix on it, Phoenix rising. We have Chiron on the table with heal. So some of you are coming you have healed, and you're coming into a new spark of energy, a new passion, a new creative project of some sort. And with the Ace of Pentacles, right, this is like divine physical, so any aces are kind of gifts from the divine, right, or of a higher state. So something in the physical is coming from this spark of creative energy, is bringing something to the physical, or you've got some sort of physical thing coming towards you as well. So this could be a new job, a new adventure, a new project, something that is bringing you stability, something that is bringing you financial stability or income. And then I see that we have the 4 of Swords, the Four of Swords with the Five of Swords. So the Four of Swords going to the Five. This is... And it was actually the 5 going to the 4. So you've had a change. The 5 of Swords can represent conflict. This can be conflict with people, or this can be mental conflict within your own self. At the 5, your mindset is changing, you're shifting. This kid is like sinister with a butterfly in a jar, and he knows that he has like control over that butterfly's like life, like whether it lives or dies. And I know it's like a brutal explanation for a card, but this is like the power of your mind, and like feeling maybe trapped by your thoughts, or feeling, or you know, your thoughts or ideas, or not being able to get out of a mindset. But since we have the Four of Swords here, this is a very stable mindset. This is stability within the mind, stability within ideas. This is also a rest period, so taking that time, that deep quiet meditation and stillness, with the Four of Swords. And I think that some of you are definitely being directed to take some rest and recoup at this time, especially if you have done a lot of healing. You may be feeling ascension symptoms. That's been a common theme, right? And with the Death card here, that tells me also with the Death card, there is a rebirth, and Chiron with healing, and Saturn with structure. So there's like a total death and rebirth going on here. So rest and recuperation is very important. And healing those wounds. If you have wounds around feeling guilty for taking a nap, or feeling guilty for resting or not doing, we are not human doings, we are human beings. So listen to your body, listen to your energy systems. If you don't have the energy, if you are tired, there is a reason for it, and give yourself that time to rest and recuperate, so that your thoughts do stay balanced, so your mental state does stay at that stable 4, and not go into that like changing 5 of uncertainty, of of conflict. And then so death and rebirth. And notice that she is literally like a sparkly, beautiful being coming out of this tree. She's growing. So with death, there may be the ending to a job, the ending to a relationship, the ending to a mindset or a situation, and with that comes the rebirth and the renewal, the ending to an addiction. So death is not a card to be afraid of. This is a rebirth, a renewal, a time of like a higher state of consciousness, a higher level of knowing and understanding. And it looks like you've got beautiful opportunities with the Three of Cups and the Aces here. And then we come onto the Four of Wands. So this is like stability in your spiritual space, right? And this could also be, maybe some of you are celebrating a birthday, maybe some of you are Virgos. I am a Virgo. My birthday is September 5th. Let me know your birthday in the comments. So she is celebrating a birthday, and the reason that the artist put this depiction on the Four of Wands is because it's a time where you are being celebrated. You are being celebrated possibly by your spiritual guides, possibly by your family. So maybe some of you have a sobriety birthday coming up. Let me know that in the comments if you would like to let me know your clean date. I would love to see it, and just tell me anything you want to about yourself. I'm loving getting to know who is watching me, who is resonating with these messages, and who's in this community. So with the Four of Wands, this is stability. This is also the like 1111 card, so that's angel numbers. That could be an angel number for somebody. This is stability and grounded in your spirituality. This is stability in your actions. This is stability in your passion, in your creativity. And just basically stability within your soul, your spirit, spiritual stability overall. And the fire. So we've got Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy as well with the wands. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Also with the with the cups here, and then yeah, we've pretty much got it all. We've got Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, air energy, and a little bit of earth with the Ace of Pentacles coming in, but not a lot of earth energy on the table. So yeah, so then the Ten of Swords, so this is with death and the Ten of Swords on the table. This tells me that some of you have like come out of a way of thinking, and you've got a new way of processing your thoughts, your ideas, maybe a new idea completely, because yeah, you've got Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. Maybe some of you have gotten out of a mindset into a higher state of thinking, into a higher state of knowing, with the High Priestess and the Ten of Wands here. That's beautiful. And you're trusting your inner knowing, you're trusting your inner self. You are really looking outside the parameters of what we can see, what is tangible in our 3D reality, and you're really looking more in the 5D, more at your intuition, your inner knowing, your higher power. Maybe some of you are praying, meditating more. This is either a suggestion to meditate more or telling me that some of you have been implementing that, and that would make sense here. So take this, I'm reading the energies. These are either energies that you should be taking on at this time, or that you are. You know, I can only get so clear with it. So we can get a little more clear with it, though. I will get some clarifiers on some things. Angels and guides, why could you please let us know here? Let's see. Yeah. Let's go with the Hermetic. The Hermetic Tarot. Okay. For clarifiers. We'll keep it with the black and white theme today. I like the black and white cards. We have also the number 14 or 5, right? Change. We have the number 6, 11 again, 3, 5, 10, another 13. Death is the number 13, right? And the Dream Thief was the number 13 card too. That's interesting. 2, 4. Let me know if any of these, another 4. Yeah, let me know if these numbers resonate. Okay, angels and guides, clarifying with the Hermetic Tarot. Could you please let us know why the Ace of Wands is here? I'll get the clarifier on the Ace of Wands. Why is the Ace of Wands here, please, for this collective? Thank you. Why is the Ace of Wands? Temperance. Because you're coming, and so that makes sense with Temperance sitting, so they're clarifying, right? So we have Temperance sitting here next to the Ace of Wands. I asked why the Ace of Wands was here, and they threw out Temperance. So double Temperance clarification there, that you're balancing out. You're balancing out all of your systems, like emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually. You're coming into this temperance, this balance. This is also a card of patience. So maybe you have been patient, and now since you are all getting all balanced out and cooked to just right, you've got this like passionate new start, this new passion project, this new this could also be like a new spiritual ability coming in that may not necessarily be new, but may be new to you in this life, or being uncovered because you are balancing all these energetic systems within yourself. So let me know if that means anything to you. Ace of Wands clarified by Temperance. All right. Okay, angels and guides, can you please tell me why the Ace of Pentacles is here? What is the Ace of Pentacles about? What is this about? Is this about finances? Is this pentacle literally like physical? This could be about a health regimen. We have the Two of Swords, allowing. So Lord of Peace restored is how they refer to the Two of Swords here. And I know that a lot of tarot readers read the Two of Swords as a block. But she's blindfolded and her swords are up. So this is like blocks lifted, mental blocks lifted. So that ideas can come through. So something about you allowing is bringing in to the physical this Ace of Pentacles. So Ace of Pentacles clarified by the Two of Swords. Also the twos being your mental space and ideas, or I'm sorry, the swords being your mental space and ideas. At the two, it goes from a dot to a line, so it's like coming into form. So like new ideas, new thoughts coming into form is bringing some sort of new physical opportunity for you. Then let's see, why is the Five of Swords here, please, angels and guides? Again, 5 is change. I see 5 of Swords always just like a change in your thoughts. That card wants to come out, but it can come out on the next if it needs to. Why is the 5 of Swords here, please? The Blasted Tower. Yeah. I love this tower card. They call it the Blasted Tower. Lord of the hosts of the mighty. So yeah, so that 5 of Swords is somebody has had like a major revelation in their mental space, in their understanding, and you know, false narratives, limiting beliefs, structures like mental structures built on you know, on lies, on you know, the way that other people did things, like these mental structures within you are crumbling. So yeah, the 5 of Swords, it's a change in your thought process, clarified by the Blasted Tower. I love that. That's excellent. Awesome. Good job. Okay, angels and guides, can you explain, please? And with the 10 of Swords, it's a higher knowing. We go from the 5 to the 10 with the Tower. Cool. All right. Why are the Lovers here, please? Angels and guides, why are the Lovers here? What's the Lovers card about? 5 of Wands in reverse. So Lord of Strife in the reverse. And at the 5 of Wands, it's like your passion or your actions changing. You're changing your actions. So the Lovers is like bringing into balance, again, the divine feminine and masculine within you. And you're changing your actions. So also Leo energy there, for big Leo energy. So something about that, you're changing your actions. And coming into a better state of balance, or bringing in love, bringing in a higher state of love for yourself, self-love, or loving relationships, especially since we have the 3 of Cups here. We can clarify why is the 3 of Cups here? What is the 3 of Cups about, please? The Foolish Man, a new beginning. Okay, so this could be a new love, new friends, right? We've got and at the your full potential. So we've got an entirely new beginning, bringing in, so you're jumping into something new that's bringing in new relationships for you. Whether that is, yeah, and like soul tribe relationships, people you've known before, people your soul is connected to, people with similar interests. You've got a new beginning here, which is obvious with the 10 of Swords, the Death card, and these aces and the Tower. So you're jumping into something new that is bringing in friendships for you, or a possible loving relationship, like a new love. Awesome. Some soulmate connections though, for sure. For sure. Okay, I love that the Fool's showing up after the Death card. That means that you're on your way, you're jumping into something. So, or you have the potential, you're on the edge, you're on the verge of jumping in. So jump in. Jump in. Now is the time to jump in. Angels and guides, why is the Four of Wands here, please? Clarify the Four of Wands. Thank you. Five of Swords in the reverse. So we have the Five of Swords come out. Yeah, you're getting out of your head. Your thoughts are changing. You could be leaving behind like a conflict, some sort of argumentative person, and it's bringing you like a spiritual balance by leaving behind this situation or these people. Five of Swords in reverse with the Four of Wands. So something you're doing, you're changing your mind. Yeah, you're changing your mind about something, coming away from an argument, coming away from, you know, just destructive thoughts within yourself, and it's bringing you this like spiritual balance, this action oriented, this fire spark, these like birthday celebration feelings, coming away from some sort of argument and into like a celebration. Okay, maybe you're celebrating, maybe you're getting a divorce and you're like stoked about it. You know, maybe you're getting out of you know, just a difficult living situation and into something more stable and solid. You'll have to tell me what this means for you. Okay, angels and guides, why is the High Priestess here, please? Could you clarify the High Priestess? Thank you. Knight of Cups. So, all right. So, like, Cups very intuitive. So, you're taking so clarifying the High Priestess. You're taking some sort of action based on your intuition. You're putting action behind either like a psychic ability, a healing ability, or just like action behind your trust in your intuition. And it's showing that you're trusting, it's showing that you're trusting your intuition and you're moving forward on an idea because of it, or you're moving forward in life based on your intuition, based on your inner knowing, maybe not knowing, maybe not having any sort of, because there's not pentacles here, there's the one pentacle, but it looks like you don't have any like physical, any sort of physical confirmation that things are happening. You're just trusting your inner knowing. You're having faith. And it's funny that comes up, because before we started the reading and I tapped in and I'm like, what are we talking about? And faith, hope, and charity came through, which are three divine feminine angels, the faith, hope, and charity, and they represent each of those themes, right? And charity is also love. So you're trusting that, and it's motivating you. You're motivated by your faith, your hope, your love. Maybe you are motivating other people with your faith, your hope, your love. What is it in recovery? Your strength, hope, and experience, strength, and hope, right? Maybe you are leading meetings. Maybe you are sponsoring other people. And you could be motivating yourself, but people are seeing that like inner light within you, and it's magnetizing to them, and it's giving them maybe the strength and hope to make changes in their life too. Beautiful, beautiful reading. Okay, we're going to cap it up there. We have the Nine of Swords in reverse on the bottom of the deck too. So that's another, the Nine of Swords is like being in a like really like up all night anxious headspace, and but it's in reverse. So you're coming out of that. You've come out of this cycle of thinking that's really propelling you forward. Bitchin'. Good work. Nice job. I love this reading. I love this for you. This is amazing. Okay. So from here, I was going to do, I'm going to do the gateway. I had some cards here. You know what? I had a plan, and this reading's turning out just different, and I'm trusting that. So let's go with the Gateway of Light Oracle to see kind of what, because this seems like some sort of like spiritual initiation, some ascension, some higher calling of some sort. So let's see with the Gateway of Light, angels and guides, the Gateway of Light. Can we conclude this reading and kind of get a feel of what all of this means for the collective, please? Thank you. Stellar Gateway activation, infinite potential, manifestation vortex, crown chakra upgrades. All right, yep, we are divine connection, holy experiences, miraculous energy, Akashic records, clearing old stories, releasing past lives, freedom. Okay. All right, one or two more, please, if you'd like. Oh, okay, there we go. Anunnaki light codes, energetic shift, new information, end of a cycle, karmic release, healing the lineage, boundaries, and the ancestral realm. So, yeah, Seraphim's Gateway, voice activation, angelic attunement, and divine support on the bottom of the deck. So, somebody here is doing very big things spiritually, mentally, like with the divine, like working your energetic centers. You are changing. So, you've got Anunnaki light codes, energetic shift, new information, end of a cycle. So spending time in the sun is great for receiving those light codes. The sun is a portal, and the light codes that come down through the sun do affect our DNA. They affect us on a cellular level, and we are like meat computers, right? So we're changing, we're going into, as we ascend, this like 5D earth paradigm thing, we're ascending, right? We're not going anywhere. We're ascending within ourselves. We're not actually going anywhere, but we are like up leveling. We're upgrading our computer systems essentially. So let me know how that relates with you. And then definitely somebody maybe has been doing some work to clear ancestral blocks, ancestral traumas, clearing old story, releasing past lives, karmic release, healing the lineage and boundaries. And this all makes sense with Chiron and healing coming out on the South Node and past. So somebody's been doing quite the healing. I hope you guys can see those. They look blurry to me. And I'll hold these up there so you can see. There we go. Okay, maybe some of you have been doing some meditations, some deep meditations where you are addressing your ancestral wounds. Maybe you are not even aware of it, but the new choices that you are making now in this life are healing your ancestral line. We often don't realize that what we do here to heal heals our family. It heals them in the quantum. It heals them in the higher dimensional realms. It heals them also. And I go to this spiritualist church occasionally, and it's really cool because they bring in, they have mediums, and they bring through people's past loved ones, and that is often the message from people's loved ones is, you have no idea, you're healing me too. You're doing things that I would have never dreamt of doing in my time on earth, because I didn't understand it. But now that you are doing it for us, you are healing us too. So like, this is like an extra pat on the back from your ancestors, who are your spiritual guides, telling you that whatever you're doing, this healing is affecting them too. So realize just on like what a mass scale it is, a butterfly effect of healing. It really, you healing you affects it affects the entire collective. It affects the Earth's energy. The Earth's vibration increases as we heal. Crown chakra upgrades divine connection, holy experiences, and miraculous energy. So definitely, maybe some of you have been going through ascension symptoms. Upgrading your chakras, connecting, even just if you aren't meditating or anything, realize that your thoughts, every thought you think, you're putting out that energy to the divine. So thinking more positive thoughts about life and about the direction you're headed is putting that energy out into the atmosphere, and it's magnetizing things to you. And know that the spiritual realm is far bigger, far more elaborate than this material realm that we are seeing here and now, and they're hearing you. Holy experiences, miraculous energy. Maybe like the spark, right? This Ace of Wands. Maybe you are having an increase in energy as well. Akashic records. Maybe some of you are tapping into the Akashic records when you go into your meditation state. Releasing past lives, right? You can release the karma from your past lives. You do not have to carry that. And a lot of us do carry it our whole lives without knowing. But you can literally say, of my own free will, across all timelines, dimensions, past, present, and future realities, I release what was never mine. I release the karmic cycles of my previous lives. I release the karma of my ancestors. I choose not to carry that of my own free will. And so it is. And that's divine law. They take that. That's all you have to do to release that karma. And you can call in archangels if you want. You can call in Archangel Michael to help you cut the cords. You can call in Saint Germain with the violet flame, or Archangel Zadkiel rules the violet flame. And you can go into a meditative state, wear the coat of all the traumas, the hurts, the karmic cycles, the life lessons, the things that you've been carrying around that don't belong to you. And imagine taking that coat off and putting it into the violet flame, and watch it burn up and watch it dissipate. And that violet flame will transmute that energy. Then you can say, I transmute all of this into abundance, into prosperity, into wellness, into health, into all things good. So you're transmuting the dark into the light. And that's what we often do in addiction, coming out of addiction and into recovery, is we transmute our darkness into light by sharing our experience, strength, and hope with others. Wow, where did all that come from? Stellar gateway activation, infinite potential manifestation vortex, the stellar gateway. So we've got Thoth too up on here, these little purple Thoths, right? He is the divine teacher. And this is like stepping into divine wisdom, teaching others. Your like infinite potential manifestation vortex, opening up this crown chakra upgrade is giving you this divine connection. And all you need to do, deep quiet and stillness, connect to the divine, and you're in your manifestation vortex. And notice the same colors on those too, the purple, right? That's very third eye. So the purple and the white. So realize that going into this state, doing this gets you here. Just like that. Okay. Alrighty. I'm going to do one. Let's do one sacred geometry activation for you guys. And we're going to close it up. Wow, this got deep. You guys are doing big things. This is amazing. Please, please, please tell me how this resonates. I really, the comments help get this out to people. Wow. So prosperity is throwing itself on the deck. So since you're creating this prosperity, right? It says the frequency of prosperity supports our feelings of well-being by allowing the inclusion of everything that makes our mind, body, heart, soul, and spirit sing. It invites us to express ourselves in joy and celebration of the abundance and riches the universe provides. So we've got some like master manifester action happening. Another 36, 3, 6, 9. Definitely look for those numbers, 333, 666. 666 is actually a number of prosperity. It is not. Don't let the devil take that great, beautiful angel number from us. Sixes is like restabilizing. At the 6, things are restabilizing. It's a higher knowing. It's an understanding, and it's a prosperity number. It's a number of abundance and wealth. So don't let the devil take that. Unless you want the devil to have it. I don't judge anybody's beliefs. But I don't think anybody here is giving the devil any time of day anymore. I think we spent enough time doing that, and somebody's really, really, really stepping into their power here, their innate divine power, and their connection to source, and understanding that you're like you're co-creating your reality. Master manifester, you've got prosperity throwing itself to you. So thank you for being here. I'm going to leave it at that. This is a beautiful way to end the day. A universal love, 44 on the bottom of the deck. So really appreciate you all being here in this space with me. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please let me know how it resonates. Please do feel free to, if you would like a private reading, we can go into more detail specific to you. If you would like a custom-made meditation that helps you address your addiction, address your possible anxiety, limiting beliefs, insomnia, vaping, I do custom guided meditations, really anything that you really want to focus on, and subliminals as well. I am also a personal trainer, so physical fitness and spiritual fitness are my jam, and they are huge cornerstones of my everlasting, eternal, unending recovery this time around. So I really appreciate you being here. Let me know how I can help you. If you want somebody to pray for you, please feel free to put that in the comment box. I would be happy. It would be my pleasure to pray for you. Thank you for being here. World peace forever. Love you. Bye-bye.